Guys, and welcome to a new movie. Today we're doing a special movie. I always say special, I don't know why I say that, because it's not always special. But we're doing another Nicolas Cage film. We're doing Between Worlds. This is the Blu-ray. It's a Blu-ray slash DVD copy of the movie. And I watched it. It was on YouTube for free. It was one of the free movies, so I watched it on there. This is a really interesting movie, a very mature movie. But this is a really good movie, because if you look at the case, it looks super badass. Looks really cool. Not as bad. I mean, it's not a bad movie, but definitely not as cool or bad looking as it is on the cover. I mean, it's not. We'll get into it, but this cover feels a little messy because this looks like a very different movie than what you would get. I feel like we should put the cover because it looks like him. He looks all badass with like the jacket and everything and the fire, like badass shit's gonna go down. There's some interesting stuff in this movie, but let's get into it. I thought the movie was okay. It's probably all the Nicolas Cage movies I've seen. It's probably my least favorite. Whole one. It doesn't look like it would be my least favorite, just if you go by the artwork. But like I said, not my favorite. Definitely not a bad movie, but definitely really weird. It's not my favorite. But yeah, let's jump into it. Like I said, this is an R-rated movie. Has a lot of violence and maturity, sexual nudity content. And this is not a kids movie. Keep that in mind. This is an R-rated movie. It's by Lionsgate and also Saban Films. Interesting. Because when I think it's Saban, I think of Power Rangers. So I watched it on YouTube, so YouTube has it for free. By the time you watch this video, obviously YouTube changes the movies of what they get. So it might not be on there, but if it is, you can go give it a watch. Just like I said, mature movie, keep in mind. So this movie is about Nicolas Cage, who's a truck driver, and he meets this girl who he finds being choked in the bathroom, and eventually finds out her daughter's in a coma, and so he has supernatural powers, so he can go in to try to get her. So they try to go in, Nicolas Cage chokes her and try to get her, because when she gets knocked out, she can see like the spirit or whatever, and tries to go and get her daughter, put her back in her body. Stuff messed up because since Nicolas Cage character was there, kind of messed it up, and now Nicolas Cage, we find out. Then they go back home and all stuff. I'm not gonna say what happened, but the daughter wakes up and is acting weird around Nicolas Cage and his character Joe. I think his name is Joe, right? Yep, Joe. And he goes acting a little weird. And then we get to the go home stuff. The mom and the Nicolas Cage character, who's the driver, is very much having like a relationship or something. But then the daughter starts acting and trying to like. Is getting into like liking Cage, like liking Cage. Like, what's the deal? You eventually find out he did not bring the daughter back when, or at least she did not bring the daughter back when she wanted to try to get her. She brought back the daughter's still in there, but kind of like trapped, I guess, whatever. But I didn't bring her back. They brought the Nicolas Cage's wife back because he was close by. So the daughter's brought back in and she's possessed by his dead wife. It says on the back of the box, that's not really a spoiler. If it says it on the back in the description, I don't consider that a spoiler because if you read the back of this to know what the movie is about, you'll get that. But yes, so she's taking over the body of the daughter. They do stuff, the mom eventually finds out. And it's weird because it's like, yes, you are doing it with taking my daughter when we were doing it and had a relationship and you kind of do stuff with her. It's fucking weird. But also it's like, it is his wife, and eventually they go and try to, this other guy, when Billy got in the coma in the beginning, it's because he got into a wreck with these other guys who were going on bikes. The guy does really like her and does help her, but they do go to his place and they kill his one friend, and he comes to the house. And we're getting into spoiler territory now, so spoiler warning, we're into the end, so spoiler warning. He comes to the house, talks to the mom, and kind of like tries to with a gun, and then she tells him everything what happened. And he's like, eventually you find out they get to the place where he's old home, and they're like, okay, yeah, shit. I believe you now. It's weird, but we didn't go in, find out what happens. Cage starts acting weird and starts going off because he thinks he hits the daughter. Cage eventually does die. He burns up in the house. The daughter gets switched back, but the mom does die. She dies. So the daughter lives, and the other guy who liked him, well, who felt like wasn't really a bad guy. I wouldn't consider him like, he did come to check up on her a lot and care about her and stuff. But it's really interesting because I think the other guy, like, you think of him as, oh, he does look like he does drugs and stuff. It does seem like he cares for her as a person and does care for this character and her and stuff. So it's like, I don't think it's completely out because once he got a body back, he does take him and they go off and they get to live. But then Cage and obviously the wife died. Like, the wife is obviously Nicolas Cage's original wife seems to be like a bad person. Cage, I'm like kind of interesting. Is he the bad guy? Is he like a bad guy? I'm not gonna say no, but I wouldn't say yeah. I would say probably yeah, kinda. At the end, it's not. He wasn't really completely a bad guy, and he didn't start out as a bad guy. But I think it's because of the wife and stuff manipulating him and all this trauma stuff. So yeah, not the best guy, but I don't know if I say him call him like the villain. The wife is obviously who's taking over the daughter is really more the villain. But yeah, this is an interesting film. Like I said, not my favorite Nicolas Cage movie. Seen better. I've seen worse. The idea is really complicated and wild and weird, and yeah. It's not bad, but it's not one I would be like, I always like Nicolas Cage movies. It's not like high on the list of like, if you want to watch all Nicolas Cage movies, you're gonna want to watch this. But it's not one I'd be like, if you're gonna watch a Nicolas Cage movie, this is not one I would recommend first. This is put low on the list, but still, like I said, like it, not my favorite. The way you aim this boy, the Nate's gonna get lower. It was weird. It was like, it's fine, but nothing I'm like super like, I've seen better. But anyway, 6. Not a favorite movie, but it was just okay. Just an okay movie. So what do you guys think of Between Worlds? Let me know in the comments down below. You guys can always stay epic. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.